Hello and welcome to the 35th episode of Pedz Game Shack. Today I have with me a returning guest, Cumberdanes. How you doing, dude?
I'm doing very well, dude. Thanks. Well, yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Just chilling. Been playing some games, watching some stuff. Not much else, really, to be honest with you. What about yourself? You been up to much?
Yeah, same old crap. Getting some gaming in when I can, working, watching some streams, listening to your dog snoring.
He is fucking noisy. I swear you can hear him, like, when you're upstairs, you can hear him. And he sleeps downstairs.
Wow.
Little shit. As with last episode, I'd kind of dropped the structure of current playing, we play together, top news, because I'm going to see what it's like to just wing it and see if people prefer that or if people prefer the other way, and then we'll go with whichever is the better option, I guess.
Sound.
Yeah, so you've been playing any interesting games recently?
I'm a bit of a funk at the moment. I'm having trouble sort of focusing on anything in particular. I did put a lot of time into Dragon's Dogma, Dark Arisen, to finally finish that.
All right, yeah. I was thinking Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. I don't remember that one. And I was thinking of Dragon Age Origins because you've been playing that a bit, haven't you?
Yeah, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. That was like the modern console port of like the PS4 and
Yeah,
Xbox One port of Dragon's Dogma 1. With like all the DLC included, like a Game of the Year edition kind of thing.
yeah. I'm still disappointed they removed the original intro because I liked that.
I've never heard the original intro theme, so I don't know what it was.
Oh, disgusting.
But I put a lot of time into that. I think I'm like close to 100 hours.
That's not bad at all, considering you're in a funk, like. You know what I mean?
And since that, I've been like, can't really focus on anything for very long at a time.
Except for Fallout 76.
Yeah, I've actually put just past 76 hours in that as well.
Shit.
Because you get like the little challenge pops up, played in the wasteland for 76 hours.
Oh, that's cool. That is cool. I didn't know you got that. Unless we got it before, because we played it on the PS5/4.
Yeah, but it'll be separate. It's all separate.
Yeah. No, I know, but I'm just saying. I don't know if we got it back then when we were playing it. So we were playing it for a while.
I would have done it. I think I put about 170 hours into it on the PS4.
I am. I didn't put anywhere near Aaron, if I'm honest.
What else have I been playing? Yeah, there's Dragon's Dogma. That was good. I did like the end boss, like at all.
No.
It took far too long to fight, and it was just boring.
That's a shame considering it's like a pretty good game in general, and then to have you gotta hate that when you have a really good game and you have this really shitty, disappointing boss.
Yeah, that's because it's only really got one weak point, which is like a open wound on its chest, and you've got to like climb onto it and hit it in its chest a few times, and it'll stun it. But like normally when you start climbing it, it just starts shaking and knocks you off.
Yeah.
And it gets really frustrating. And what doesn't help is the one-liners from your party. They'll keep going, "Go for its chest, go for its chest," and you're like, "Yeah, dude, I know. Like, I'm trying to go for its chest. Why don't you try going for its chest if you know what to do?"
Isn't it? Bastards. Tell you which had a really disappointing final boss. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion.
Yes, it did.
Just a cutscene. Lasted all of 10 seconds.
I don't think what else I've been playing recently. I'm looking at my recent playlist on the PlayStation app and the Xbox app. I played a bit of the remake of Secret of Mana. That's been going on for a while now because it's really grindy. I'm very near the end of it,
All right.
but it gets really grindy because I don't know if you're familiar with its development cycle. It was meant to be a much bigger game than it really was. It was originally meant to be released for the SNES CD add-on,
Ah, right, yeah, the PlayStation one.
It was originally planned to be a much bigger game. I think it's like there's about a third of the game is missing, and you can really tell, particularly toward the end, that it's like feels a bit rushed.
Oh, right, fair enough.
Yeah, and like the reason it gets grindy is because there's no way you can level up all your spells and stuff, and the game's not long enough for you to max everything out through regular play because you've got to just kind of farm using spells over and over again to level them up.
That sounds like
Had the game
lots
been a
of
bit longer, it
fun.
might have just come naturally, but it never will.
Ah, that sucks.
From what I gathered about that game, the development team wanted to just can it all together when they heard that the SNES add-on was cancelled.
All right.
Like the high ups at Square and insisted they release something. What else have I played recently?
It's really considered like an extremely good game, so for it to be wanting to be cancelled, like just chucked in the fucking bin, kind of surprising, really.
To be honest, I've always thought it's a bit of an overrated game. I think a lot of the people that seem to rate it quite highly perhaps haven't actually played it.
I don't rate it that highly because I haven't played much of it. I have played it, but not a lot. So
I think it starts out well, but the fact that you can tell it had a bit of a troubled development cycle. I think it kind of damages the game a little bit. Maybe they should have just left it. But I also
uh,
played a bit of that Tales of Kenzera on PS5.
I know, yeah.
It's like a Metroidvania with a sort of like Africa sort of theme. That's decent enough. I got as far as the first boss in that.
Yeah, I think I saw it shown at the Game Awards. I think it was. It was either the game. Yeah, it was the Game Awards. I think showed it.
By EA of all people, so surprising them putting out a good sort of like indie title.
They did put out a few good indie titles. I don't know if it was. I think it was like the initiative. It wasn't the initiative. It was that's a different thing again. But there was like a program they were doing where they publish a indie game, and I think like Unravel 2, they were part of it, and then a few other ones as well. So I think they were doing that like yearly or something. It was stupid like that.
Over on Xbox. What have I done over on Xbox? I played through that a little to the left. I finished that fairly recently.
I'm nearly done with. I think I've got like a few puzzles left on the last day, but I don't know what else there is to do on it because isn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of daily stuff. There's like an archive of like daily puzzles, I think.
Oh, nice. And
Yeah,
also, I
I
haven't
finished the
done
main
all
campaign
the.
and I haven't really done much else.
Ah, fair enough. I haven't done all the puzzles either. In the sense of some of them, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck else I can do to
Oh
arrange
yeah,
this to
because they
make.
have multiple solutions, don't they?
Yeah, like one of them, it's like I worked out two, and then the third one, I'm like, I have no
Yeah,
idea.
I looked up a couple of them. I can't lie. There was actually a couple of levels in general where I just didn't get what the gimmick was, like the calendar levels. I just didn't twig what the crack with the calendar levels was, so I did have to look up the rules for those.
Fair enough.
And I think it was like you had to like count the spaces between the marks on the like you'd have a paw print or something on the calendar, and
Yeah,
then there'd be like another paw print like days later or something. And then so what it meant like you had to put that mark every 5 days, so
yeah.
on. I just didn't really twig what it was asking of me. But yeah, that's a fun game. Very very chilled. Played a bit of Little Gator game. I need to get back to that 'cause I was actually really enjoying that. That's again very sort of charming, chilled sort of game. It's all about like kids imagining going on big adventures. Like it's like Zelda almost, but like if Zelda was all imaginary and none of it was really happening. It's all
Zelda
about
is
this.
all imaginary and not really
Well,
happening.
you
Ah.
know what I mean.
Sorry,
Yeah,
man.
it's this
I had to be a dick there.
it's this little alligator kid who's like at the beginning of the game, him and his sister, his big sister, are playing on an island. They're having this like imaginary adventure, and she promises him how she'll always have time to play with him. But then as she gets older, she has to like do schoolwork and stuff. Like,
Mm.
and the little kid gets like all jealous that his sister hasn't got any time for him anymore. So he makes a new adventure to try and like get his sister out of this like funk of being like an adult that she's got into, and try and remind her about having fun.
Yeah, and we could all do with a bit of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
did start Pillars of Eternity 2, but I got kind of annoyed that the character import system doesn't work on console.
Right.
It's not a flaw with the second game. It's a flaw with the bad port of the first game.
Right.
It's during the end of the first game. There's meant to be an auto save, like right as you end, where like it saves all like everything you've done, like all your choices and decisions and whatnot. But it just doesn't make that auto save where it's supposed to. So you've got to like you can pick from a few different presets, or you can like answer a questionnaire of like what choices did you make, sort of thing. So you can loosely get back to where you were, I guess. That seems alright so far.
It sounds
What
a
kind of
bit
more?
shit though when they like you do all that you want to carry on and then it fucks it for you.
Yeah, it doesn't seem as tough as the first game, I've noticed. I mean, it's very early days, but it already doesn't seem as tough as the first game.
Well, that's not too bad then.
Because
I need
Pillars
to
of
get back
Eternity
to
1 was really difficult.
I need to get back to Baldur's Gate 3, man. That was fucking awesome, but too many games, too little time.
I remember I turned the difficulty right down in Pillars of Eternity 1 because I was just dying all the time. It was basically the second a fight would start, I would die.
What you need to do, man?
So
Stop dying. That would help.
I've been playing a bit of Dragon Age Origins. I've been streaming that, but you saw the other day when I tried streaming, I had some kind of tech problems. I have ordered a new control pad though.
Oh, nice.
It's due to come by Saturday, so that should solve that problem.
Yeah.
I
Fucking
had a similar problem when I was trying to use a wired pad for a PS4 to stream with. I plugged the mic into that. That was doing the same thing, with the sound was really weird. It must be something to do with wired controllers.
yeah. Fuck knows. I have no idea. The only thing I can say about controllers is I don't know if they all use the exact same manufacturer because controllers right now are constantly having drift.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. The drift on my wireless, the pad that came with my my Series X, the drift on it is ridiculous. Like it kind of wasn't that bad for a while. It was just every once in a while it would just look up, like the camera would just pan up a little bit.
yeah.
But now even in like just in the dashboard menu, it just starts scrolling all over the place. And I tried like recalibrating it, and by default, the left stick, like when the stick's in the middle, according to the calibration tool, it's like all the way up.
Fuck no.
And I think the right stick is like even when it's in the middle, it's like all the way down right. I think.
That's good. If you want to like not be able to play anything, but like luckily I haven't had issues with my Xbox pad or my PlayStation pads, but my Switch Pro controller has got drift. Many of our Joy-Con have had drift.
See, I've never had drift with my Switch because I hardly ever use it.
Yeah, that's fair. My kids have had issues with the Joy-Con, PlayStation 5 controllers, Xbox controllers. It's just
I dread breaking a PlayStation 5
take.
controller because they're really expensive. Like, I got a decent deal on an Xbox One from Very. It was like it was reduced to 45 quid.
Reduced.
Yeah, when £45 is the reduced price, like Christ.
I remember when pads were like 20 quid or something. They
Yeah,
weren't that expensive.
I was thinking literally the same thing there. I remember when pads were 20 quid and they didn't break.
No, they didn't. Thing is, I understand why the PlayStation 5 controller is a bit more expensive than, maybe not as expensive as it is, but it's got more high-tech shit in there. The Xbox controller is the same fucking controller as what was in the Xbox 360 practically.
Oh, yeah,
and it's about 50 quid more expensive.
Pad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a reshaped 360 pad. Shocking.
I did also start playing Arisen Chronicle 100 Heroes recently. That's pretty good so far.
Better than the other.
I've been playing like short bursts, so I don't get kind of burnt out with it.
That's fair enough.
So just dipping in, like basically just kind of doing, because there's a lot of story achievements in it. So I've just been sort of like playing to the next little chunk of the story, sort of thing.
All right.
And then leaving it for a bit. That's definitely really good so far. Better than the prequel game.
Yeah. I remember we were playing and doing loads of quests over and over again.
That's basically all all the people game is. It's just side quests, pretty much, just loads and loads of padding. It's a good 10-hour game, ruined by being spread out over like 20+ hours.
It'd have been like 5.
10. It would have been perfect at 10 hours. Like when you're actually making progress in it and like exploring the levels, and the story isn't bad either. When you, but other than that, it's some guys like, oh, do my laundry.
No, do
And
yourself.
some of the guys like, oh, I left I went to work today and I left my sandwiches at home. Can you go and get them for me? And you're like, I've got shit to do here, mate. But that's what all the game is. It's like literally the video game of that bit in Shrek where he's like, I'm already on a quest. And that's what that game is. It's the game of that.
Sounds fun. It doesn't sound fun at all. It actually sounds quite trite.
As we said before, but I've been getting back into Fallout 76. I got myself a cheap month of Fallout first as well, and that's kind of been dominating my time a lot because I kind of want to get the most out of it if I'm paying for it, sort of thing.
Yeah, I get that.
It makes sense for me to play it more and like do the dailies and like challenges and stuff like that and get the rewards for it. And I've made a massive house which looks really cool. Like earlier when I was kind of scared to sign out because I think because I'll lose it, because I had a lot of bother a couple of days ago where I lost everything I built because you've got to understand the rules of building in it.
Right.
Like everything's like grid based. So, so my house is like at the time my house was like a 3x3 square grid, and like say you put like a workstation down, if it crosses 2 tiles, it kind of has a fit when you try and put it back.
All right, that's good
because it thinks it's floating and where it won't put the 2 tiles back together. So I had to like scrap everything and start from scratch. So and then what you've got to try and do is try and make it so nothing crosses 2 tiles, and that way it goes more smoothly.
All right. Sounds like a bit of a pain in the ass if you just want to have a bit of fun building. But
I really hope like I don't lose what I've built today, because I've now got like my house is like it's 3 tiles deep, 6 tiles across. So it's like what, like 3x6, or like 18 squares, like 2 9x9 squares.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got like a massive porch out the front, which of a similar sort of size with a little fence around it. I haven't done anything with the porch yet. I'm gonna probably like put some stuff on it eventually. I've got my gun turrets. I've got a few crops. I've got my water purifier. I've got my couple of generators to generate my power supply, and then I've managed to get like power into the building as well. Because getting power inside is a bit of a pain in the arse as well. That's not very intuitive at all.
I remember you saying, yeah.
That takes a bit of fiddling. I've managed to get like power into one of my rooms because I've got 2 rooms now, and then I've like put like little wire connectors across the ceiling so that the wires go across the ceiling from one room to the other. So I've got like lights in both rooms as well.
Oh, cool.
Then I'm sort of like working on decorating it. I'll be like Jawa suit.
Just spending all your time playing Fallout 76 making houses.
Yep.
And then as soon as it's built, go, that was cool, and then build a new house.
Oh yeah, I'm just trying to stick with the one I've got. It took me that long to get it how it is. I just want to keep it like that.
Yeah, you'll be like Java, and you'll just keep making new houses every day.
I don't know how he's got the resources for it, because when you scrap stuff, you only get half the resources back. He must play the game and actually get some gear and stuff, because you need resources to build with.
I have no idea what he does, honestly.
Because you have to get today when I was building, I kept running out of concrete, and had to like Google like good spots to find concrete.
If you remember correctly,
because my house used to have like wooden foundations, but like the building I've made now, it's got concrete foundations because I'm assuming they're stronger.
If they're not, they look cooler, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, when we were playing on the PlayStation, we got quite far through the game, and Jawa hadn't done any of the quests we were doing. We weren't that far into the game, sorry, and he hadn't done any of them, so I don't know what he does. Other than
He'd
build.
done some of them because I've seen his trophy list, and
Yeah,
he had done some quests.
yeah, about 5, is it? Bloody
He hadn't as
Java.
much as we had, but he played it a lot more. But he must do something because to build all that, he must have loads of resources.
Yeah, I get you. But no, I haven't got a clue. But
What have you been playing recently? That's enough of me.
what have I been playing? Honestly, I've been in and out of Street Fighter 6.
Nice.
Single player. I have jumped online a couple of times. I've won a couple and lost a lot more because I'm not a good fighting. I'm not good at games anyway, but fighting games, racing games, probably the worst I'm at.
I used to think I was okay at Street Fighter 3 until I
Yeah.
went online, and then I was like, "Yeah, I'm not good at this at all." 'Cause I used to have it for the original Xbox, and I was convinced that the port for like PS3 and 360 it was like a harder version of the game. I remember talking about it on like it might have been game. It wasn't GRK. I think it might have been GameSpot or something. I was talking about it, and I was like, I'm sure this is harder. People were like, no, it's the same game. You just got bad at it. And I was like, okay, because I used to be able to like to 1cc it on the standard difficulty, which with pretty much most of the characters,
Yeah.
and then I just couldn't do that anymore. But like I suppose like playing against the computer is different to playing it online, like with against people. But yeah, it's good. I just deleted it and stopped playing. I was like, nah, I'm never going to be at that level. Just accept it and move on.
Yeah. Same year, man. Just no chance. But to be honest with you, I haven't really been playing a lot outside of Fallout 76 with you. Me and the missus have played like a Suika game still, which I was playing last time I was talking about games.
Oh yeah, the one with the fruit.
Yeah, the watermelon game or something like
Yeah,
that's called.
there's a version of that with capybara.
Is it?
I keep seeing it on TikTok.
That's cool. Yeah, I've been playing it quite a bit. We play. There's a 2-player mode for it now that was added
Oh,
to
okay.
the Switch edition, and it's like a DLC you have to pay for, but it's on like £1 or £2 or something. So
That's
I was
fair.
fine with paying that.
Yeah, that's fair.
And it's just good fun. There's like 3 different modes: a battle mode where you like connect a lot of stuff together, and then you can drop another fruit on the opponent's
Okay.
side. A timed
Cool.
one, which you just got to see who gets the highest score in a certain amount of time. And then the normal one, which is you just play the game as normal and just see who gets the highest score. It's good fun, like if you like that kind of thing.
Yeah, I played a bit of that. I played a bit like the web browser version. It's a fun game. I know I've seen you've been playing Mario RPG as well. How's that going?
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot about Mario RPG. Do you know what I did back in the day? Play Super Mario RPG on an emulate, not an emulate. It was the eShop
Ah, yeah.
on the Wii. I did play it a bit, but I never seemed to get that far. I always I always remember seeing Samus sleeping in a bed, and then that was it.
Oh, yeah.
I'd get about that far, which I don't think is that far in. It's definitely after you get Mallow. I don't remember how much further it, but
It was that and in Chrono Trigger were two of the first games I ever finished like via like an emulator on my computer.
oh, nice.
Back when it was like what emulator was it? ZSNES.
Yeah, I know.
I used to
I
really
know
like
that one.
ZSNES. That was a good emulator, but like it's really dated now. At the
Yeah,
time, it was like one of the best emulators you could get, but like it's really dated now.
because the developers are like, no, I can't be asked. Probably, I
But
don't
yeah,
know. I don't know.
well, I think it was originally like made for DOS.
Ah,
It
right.
didn't look like it was made for modern operating systems.
No,
So I think
didn't. All right.
even back then, I think like SNES 9X was like on the way up, and now you have like B SNES is even better.
Yeah,
You
there's
can do
some that are like.
you can do mad stuff with B SNES. You can like do this like I couldn't do it on my old computer. I wouldn't mind giving it a try on my new computer, which it'll probably like work just fine. Where you can there's like a HD mode for Mode 7 games.
Oh, nice.
I remember like Jasm did a stream of Pilot Wings with it cranked right up, and like, it makes the background like bitmap or whatever it's called. Like it just looks really crisp.
Oh, that's cool. I'll have to have a look at that. some point.
So any of the Mode 7 games, I say the likes of Pilot Wings, Mario Kart, or even that bit in Chrono Trigger, where there's like a race you have to do in Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, in the future, no?
Yeah, or F-Zero, like anything like that. I just want to see how good they look with that HD mode cranked right up.
Yeah, they got to be better than what they like if playing it now on a HD screen.
I started playing the Switch version of that actually, Mario RPG, but I didn't get that far. I think I got as far as I got I got Mallow, and I got to there's like a haunted village sort of section. I think it's after just after the waterfall.
I can't remember.
You go down the waterfall after learning some like song from some frogs or something.
Yeah.
You slide on the waterfall and collect some coins by like hovering from side to side by waving your arms around like a little mini game. You jump on some barrels that down the river, and then I'm sure you come to like a village next to a haunted forest. That's where I got to.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I think there's 7 stars, and I've got 5 of them, so I'm fairly far through it. So hopefully I'll finish it soon when I get back to streaming a bit more. But I keep saying this because always things come up. Like recently, I've been going to the hospitals Monday, Wednesday, Friday every week. This week I've got off because the person there who does my UV treatment isn't there. So after I do that, I just kind of like I can't be asked. And not just that, I've been visiting my nan and my other half's nan a lot more.
Yeah.
So that kind of shit. Lots of life.
And it's sort of one thing of if I'm going to play something, I may as well stream it. But then just never be bothered.
Yeah,
and then you get like shit like Saturday when I try to stream and I have all like tech problems and I can't.
Yeah. Well, the thing is most of the time I do when I play a game, I do stream. I haven't really played a lot of games offline other than with the missus.
Yeah.
So and I don't really fancy streaming me and the missus playing games.
That's fair.
Consoles. I have done it with me and the missus where we were playing Overcooked. That was
maybe
fun.
I should start streaming everything I play.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, but then you'll get like the danger with that is I'll get back to like doing this. It kind of why I stopped doing like stupid long streams because I would just get like really drunk playing Dark Souls. It'd be on like 5 in the morning and stuff.
Nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing at all. One game I have been playing over the last couple of weeks is Another Crab's Treasure. Have you been playing Another Crab's Treasure?
I've played a bit of it. I'm not really keen on it. I'll be honest.
Oh come! I've been enjoying my time with it. It's not like super amazing, but it's a competent Dark Souls style game.
I don't really like the controls, and I just think it's a bit janky.
Yeah, fair enough. I haven't found much of a problem with it personally. But,
I might enjoy it more playing it with a working pad up as well. There is that.
Yeah, good point. That may actually be beneficial for you. Probably.
Yeah, because I was playing most of it with a pad that doesn't work properly, so that hasn't really helped.
I
got very far on it. I killed 4 bosses, I think.
I'm not sure how many I've killed.
I killed the one next to a Coke machine.
Yeah, killed that one.
You've got to get where you get your first shell.
Yeah.
I killed a guy. Where you go along a pipe. You meet that Duchess and she says, "Oh, go along this pipe and find a shiny thing."
Oh yeah.
And you fight a guy who's like covered in pollution. Like, he's like got like bits of rubbish all over him.
Yeah.
I killed him. Then you meet like a pink sea slug thing who unlocks the skill tree.
Yeah.
Then you go back to the castle. It's all gone to shit, and that the Duchess wifey's gone mental. I killed her.
I've killed her now, finally.
And then I killed like an optional boss, like out in the field, outside of her castle.
Yeah.
He attacks you with like a bike lock.
Yeah, I know. I fought him today. That was a fun fight.
I killed him, and I started making my way to the next main area, which apparently, from what I've heard, the game starts to open up a little bit once you get to the city area, and you
Right.
get a bit more choice of where you can go next. But I kept dying on the way there and got annoyed.
I did that boss with a bike lock. I died a few times because one of his moves, he grips you, and if you don't dodge it, he grabs you, and then he puts your head in the fucking bike lock, the lock,
Yeah,
and
I've
then he
said that.
guillotines your fucking head off.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah,
It's
but
definitely not a forgiving game. Like
no,
even a
it's not.
Souls game, it's really tough. I'd say.
Yeah. Well, I managed to get past the city. I'm in some
That's
sort of
you're slightly ahead
grove
of
now.
me. So where are you now?
Some sort of grove.
Ah. And
There's
when I saw
one.
AL playing it, he was in an area with like there was a huge like big polluted area.
Yeah, I think. Well, I don't know about if it's the same as Ailes, but this area is quite polluted with like polluted streams and shit.
It was just like a big, massive pool of pollution with like shopping trolleys and stuff in it.
I just got there today with a shopping trolley in
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that's where I ended. I did before I jumped on you. Um, what's it called? There's a part. The worst part, not worst part, but one of the annoying parts, sort of, was to get from the city. There's like different areas you can go after it.
Hmm.
Gotta go to the grove for whatever reason. So go in there, and then they're like, "Oh, be careful, because he will kill you and stuff." And basically, what happens is, as you're running around, the fucking massive fucking crab pops out of the fucking sand every so often with a fucking
Okay.
knife and fork strapped to his fucking pincers, and then that will also grab you with his fork and then start sawing it with the knife,
Wow.
and then and then flicks you up in the air off his fork into his mouth, and he eats you.
Oh wow. That doesn't sound good.
And the thing is I thought, I'll give him a try, and just nah. But there's certain
Assuming like maybe you meant like avoid him for a while and then later on when you've got like new abilities, come back and fight him or something.
yeah, I think that's what's going to happen, because I think after you level up, it'll probably be all right. But I was I'd sold all my shit and got loads of plastic stuff, but forgot to use them, and I went and past that thing, and it killed me, and I was like, okay. And every time, no, yes, I did, but fortunate for a while, I actually got back and got them. But what happened is I was running across this sand area, and then all of a sudden it fucking collapsed. There was loads of smaller crabs underneath,
Oh god.
and they were all trying to attack me while this big fucking thing swung at me. And then I died, and then I ran back over there, purposely dropped in the pit. Did not fucking get my fucking plastics or whatever it's called, and lost fucking thousands. I was well pissed off.
Yeah, that's kind of why what made me stop playing, because I lost a lot of like microplastics in that the bit after the Duchess,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, I can't be bothered grinding to get them back now.
Fortunately, I did get like another 8,000 from killing a couple of things not long later when I got past that area. There's
When it's
another
late in the
boss
game,
that spits shit at you.
I don't mind losing my souls like oh well, and this is plastics quite late into the game when it's easy to make them back. But I think quite early on, like losing them all can be a bit of a blow.
Yeah, it can.
Especially if you've just killed a boss, you haven't got quite enough to do anything with them, and you think, oh, I'll just kind of press on to the next area, and then maybe I'll have enough to cash in, and then and then to lose them all, it's a pain in the arse.
Yeah, it is a bit disheartening. Like, but I killed one boss, and his blue attack is like where it jumps in the end but squashes you. Thinks it's Mario. And this other one is where it tries to suck you in, and it sort of thinks it's, I don't know, Birdo. Kirby. Yeah, Kirby. And you're like,
I'll probably give it another go. Actually, I will probably finish it just because I'm a stubborn bugger, and I don't like letting games win.
yeah, that's fair.
That's why it took me like
Enjoyed
it took me
it.
like 16 years to beat Ninja Gaiden.
That's true. I remember you streaming that.
16 years and like 3 different consoles.
What was that, Xbox, PS3, Series X?
Well, I originally played it on it was the first thing I bought digitally on 360, I believe. And it took like, because we had a really bad internet connection, it took hours and hours to download. And I think I got about halfway when I played it on 360, I got a bit further when I played it on PS3, and then finally beat it on PS4. Well, was it PS4? I played it on. It was a PS4 port of it. Yeah, it was. It was on PS4. And I've since beaten Ninja Gaiden 2 on PS5.
No, that's cool.
That's not as hard. I don't know if it's just because you're better at the game by that point. Because the end boss of Ninja Gaiden 1 isn't particularly hard. I think it's partly because your gear's all tooled up. Like you've improved all your equipment, and and by that point in the game, you know the controls pretty well, so you're actually just better at the game. But the end boss of Ninja Gaiden 2, I just damage boosted him and just wailed on him, and that was it.
That's cool.
I didn't dodge, I didn't block, just ran up and battered the attack button until he was dead. But I did read there's a bit of RNG in that fight. Apparently, I got the good pattern. If he starts the fight flying in the air, he apparently just pretty much kills you instantly. But I got lucky and he started the fight on the ground, and I just ran in and smacked the hell out of him.
Yeah, that makes life easy. Kicking ass.
I started Ninja Gaiden 3. Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. I didn't like some of the changes made in that game. I didn't really get very far in it.
I haven't played much of the first one, to be honest, so I don't think I'll be playing 3 for a while.
They changed the way the saves work. Like saves are one time only. Like you hit a save point, you can you can save your game once, and then the save point is it's a bird, and it flies away after you've saved.
What a dick.
Because it used to be you could make a bit of progress and then pop back to a save point and save it, just to be safe.
Yeah.
But yeah, now you can't do that anymore. You can't save scope.
Disgusting. How dare they?
Seriously, gotta keep progressing.
That sucks. Do you know another Crab's Treasure?
Yeah.
What do you think about it visually, Alan? I think it's quite nice.
I think it looks pretty nice, actually. I think it might be the developer's first game as well.
Well, that's pretty good work for a first game, definitely. Better than something I could do, and that'd be my 10th game as well, and he'd still be fucking looking like a dog's shit. Especially considering I don't know anything about coding.
No, I've tried coding before. It didn't go very well.
Oh, one thing I'd like about it is it's quite funny. Like the cutscenes are alright, quite funny and that. But
yeah, it's full of references.
Yeah. I've also liked the way they instead of goddamn, it's coddamn with a C.
Yeah, and there's quite a lot of fish puns.
Yeah, like fishy puns, and there's a lot of them, and I actually think they're funny.
I'm not coming across it myself yet, but Ale was saying you can find SpongeBob's house somewhere in it.
I'm gonna go burn it down because I'm a prick.
I think it's an alright game. I've played too many Souls games. I think I'm a bit tired of that format, to be honest.
Nah, it's a shame. But then again, I've played a few and not many I've finished because I get bored. It just happens. I did it with Dark Souls 3. And that's meant to be amazing.
The only Souls game I've played that I haven't finished, not including this one, the Crab's Treasure, is Neo.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say.
Because it's just not fun. It's not a fun game. It's just so relentlessly difficult. It gets depressing.
The second one's meant to be better, isn't it?
From what I hear, yeah.
You should play that then.
Then it's weird because I finished Warlong, and that's very similar as well. With your character having different Pokemon that you can use.
You still haven't played Sekiro.
Yeah, I'm never played Sekiro.
Yes, you are.
If it came to Game Pass when they buy Activision out, maybe.
The thing I like about Dark Souls, and Souls, generally speaking, is fundamentally RPGs. You hit a brick wall, go level up.
Yeah, that's my opinion on them as well. But Sekiro, you can't. You actually
exactly. You just got to get good, and I couldn't get good. I kept getting killed by some fire pig.
I think that's where I'd fall down. I wouldn't. I mean, to a degree, in Warlong, there's some similarities as I understand it, where like the bosses in particular, you can't damage the bosses until you've like broke their stance, like their poise or whatever you call it. And they've got 2 meters, like a health meter, and then like a poise or stance meter.
Yeah.
Before you break their stance, you can only do like chip damage, so you're never going to beat them that way. You've got to like get perfect timing on they do these attacks that are like marked in red, which means you can't block them. But if you parry them perfectly, then like it fills up a big chunk of their stagger meter, and then when that's full, that's when you can finally do some damage to them.
All right.
And as I understand it, like Sekiro's kind of similar.
Yeah, there is a parry system.
Well, Warlong has the RPG stuff, so you can just go and level up if you want to.
Yeah.
Like, if you really wanted to, you could just brute force it. You could just grind and grind until you're like just really powerful, if you wanted to. Actually, no, I tell a lie. There's another Souls game I didn't finish. What's that? It's like, I forgot what it's called now. It's a bit like Lies of P. Steel Rising.
Oh, I know, yeah.
It's a bit like Lies of P, but in France. I played a bit of that because just because I heard it was like a Souls type thing, but I don't know. It felt a bit janky. It felt like it lacked polish.
I do wonder if all people who make Souls like think, well, Dark Souls is like super fucking janky. If we do the same thing, then people are gonna love it.
See, Lies of P is really fucking well made.
Yeah,
I think Lies of P is like the best Souls game that isn't by FromSoft.
Yeah, fair enough.
That was a great game.
I downloaded it when it came to for day one, and then just never played it and deleted it.
I got a little bit frustrated with it toward the end. The last couple of bosses were really tough, but other than that, I had a really good time with that. I like it's whole like it's got this like iRobot kind of story to it about how like puppets can't lie and like puppets can't harm people and stuff like that. Basically, puppets are like robots in that universe, and like but the whole story of the game is there's some sort of like puppet rebellion, where puppets like overthrow people.
Well, they should.
So it's very much like the movie iRobot.
People suck.
Then it all ends up being about some alchemist who wants to become a god.
Yeah, fair enough. Changes it up halfway through or something.
Yeah, the lion. I kind of wish they'd done more with the lion mechanic, because there's certain points in the game where you get a chance to tell the truth or lie. And I think basically all it does is it just alters the ending that you get. And I think even right at the end, you can change your mind right at the end as well. I think you're meant to like. It implies that you're meant to lie to like prove your humanity.
Right.
Because lying is a human trait. So
well, I've never lied in my life.
You become more human the more you lie. Because puppets aren't.
Right.
Because by law, puppets can't lie. So yeah, you gradually become more human by lying.
That a good thing?
It's a bit of a grey area. It's one of those sort of games where it doesn't really have a good or a bad ending per se.
Fair enough.
There is a good teaser in the ending for a sequel, though.
All right, that's cool.
Based on it, I'm not going to give any spoilers for anyone who does want to play it, but it's a different. I think it's hinted at some point during the game, but you get like a really concrete, like, yeah, this is what book the next game is going to be based on, and I think it'll make for a fun sequel. There's a lot they could do with the book they've chosen.
Why would he be like Pinocchio? I'm assuming Pinocchio.
Well, they've done Pinocchio. So
no, that's what I meant. Is like, would it be him going into that other book, or is it just a new book, basically?
I think it'll be your character like who is basically Pinocchio in the world of another game, possibly, or maybe there's another character that you might be able to play as.
That's cool.
Because you definitely see this other character in the ending. It's like pretty much like, okay, that this is the book, or this is the universe that it's going to be set in. It's not just one book; it's a series.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'll have to get around to that. You know, give it a try at least.
It is very, very good.
I got to play with my crabs first. Yeah, pugs. So loud. Ridiculous how loud he is.
Yeah, it's mad when I don't know how close he is to where you're sat, but the fact that he gets picked up on the mic when he could just be the other side of the room.
He's closer to the mic today than he normally is when you hear him. Normally when you hear him, he's like halfway across the room. Right now, he's like, I can hear him like. But there you go. Honestly, I think that is about time to wrap up. I used to try and go for an hour before. Most episodes you'll see it around an hour, but I've kind of come to the conclusion of we'll go for as long as we fucking go.
Yeah,
as long as people are happy with that, because I don't want to feel like things are being dragged out for the sake of being dragged out. I hate it when it happens in games. I don't want it to happen in here.
That's fair.
Well, there you go.
Don't be like Alien Isolation, which is at least one chapter too long.
I need to play that as well. I think I bought the Nostromos edition of that game as well, I think.
Great. It's a great game.
I just never played it.
It's just a chapter too long. If it ended right before it makes you do something, if you ever play it, you'll know exactly what I mean. Like anyone I talk to who's played it, they always say like, "Yeah, I know exactly what you mean."
Well, I haven't played it.
I've seen a guy on Twitch who speedruns that in some mad ways.
Yeah.
Like he speedruns it like moving backwards while using a steering wheel and pedals.
What?
Exactly.
What? How? That makes no sense. Well, some people have got some talent. And also a lot of time, well, not so much a lot of time, but they obviously dedicate their free time to the game. Like,
well, I remember once seeing there's a video. When people have had song requests on their stream, I've typed it in before. It's a guy, the Tom Sawyer by Rush.
Yeah,
it's a guy playing the drums, guitar, and vocals to that all at the same time.
Oh.
And I once posted it on Facebook with the caption: "If you ever think you're wondering why you suck at everything, it's because this guy's got all the talent."
Share it with me.
So this guy's just hugging all the talent.
Yeah, it seems that way, doesn't it? Jesus Christ. Anything you would like to plug?
I'm on. You can find me on Twitch, Cumberdanes. I'm on Twitter, Cumberdanes, PSN, and Xbox Live as also Cumberdanes. Feel free to add me. I'm up for gaming. If you've been playing a lot of Fallout 76, if you want to join me on that, you'd be more than welcome. I do have Fallout first, so I can have a private server where we don't get bothered by people.
Nice. That's going to be us then. I would like to thank you for taking part, and thank you to everyone who is listening or currently listening and about to stop listening because it's end. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.